Hey people, Intro here, 3v3 faction war. This is SD province and Tyranids versus the Space Marines. For the blue Tyranid team, things are going to get clowned now as a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support, begins with a ranged weapon alongside Malos, Vrykan and a Lictor Alpha, a melee specialist, can infiltrate and disrupt, some powerful offense and a bit of support. There he goes, sneaking around already, and Sparkky rounds off the team and a Hive Tyrant. A durable hero walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense, disruption and support, begins in melee with a basic synapse. I shall call you Osvaldo. For the red Space Marines, DrBengunn is a force commander, a versatile frontline hero with powerful offense, disruption and support. For the Emperor, we got some Salamander's elite scheme here. Our Machine Elf is another force commander with some Imperial fists. And rounding off the team, Rutank and an Apothecary, support hero fighting in melee combat by default. Begins with a heal and a passive health regeneration aura. Wasn't even able to grab the wreck point before he got harassed by something. Maybe he just got spooked by the Hive Tyrant stomping around. Looks like the Ravener tunnel just got taken out. The scouts take the garrison so that the Ravener Alpha cannot. And he gets forced off. Good start there for DrBengunn. Should be able to just run through the double termagants and the Hormagaunts now. These guys are just leaving apparently. In the mid, Lictor Alpha sneaking around. Nothing can spot him yet. Got shotgun scout stowed by Machine Elf. Any other shotguns in early? Double tax for Rutank. On the east side, gets flesh hooked. Those guys take the garrison. Osvaldo, the Hive Tyrant, just hanging around. Apothecary's showing up for a fight. These tax looking for some melee, are they? Well, Osvaldo's right there, fellas. Instantly gets a good special. Now goes in. Maybe get a model. He's lucky. Hormagaunts are busy capping there. Double Hormagaunts, double termagants here for Sparkky. Apothecary in a bad spot, runs away. Kicking off in a mid, is it? Force Commander runs. Another Force Commander right here, though, isn't it? So I can battle cry and buff these guys up. Assault Squad on the way for DrBengunn. Warrior Brood for Sparkky. That's a heavy tier 1. Got Spore Mines up as well. For some anti-garrison, I would think. Tax now backing off. They don't have their Apothecary support. He's still healing up back at base. Scouts in the garrison. They might get Spore Mined. And Hormagaunts are waiting for them to get out. How good are they exactly against these garrison units? Pretty damn good, it turns out. That was a hell of a lot of damage there on those scouts. Hormagaunts there to eat them on retreat. You only get one of them. Maybe Osvaldo can get one. They don't get healed. He heals those tax instead. Here comes the Lictor Alpha to help out his 2v1 against Rutank. These guys pushed all the way back. Look, having to cap their own VP again. Ravener Alpha's turned up over here, which means DrBengunn can push that west side. Indeed, he is on the power over here with the Flamer. Should get a full bash. These guys now need to not overdo it and lose too much in a 3v2 fight. Can they defend the power? Apothecary heals himself. He's got the purification rights, but now needs to run. Double tax with the Boltified, trying to do what they can, but the Hive Tyrant is going to decap and steal the power, maybe. No, I think they still want to bash it, but they're also going to decap. And maybe even cap it, so they couldn't save the power. Hormagaunts off the field. Space Marines pinned back in the mid and east side. But there's this. Force Commander on capping duty. Doesn't cap as quickly as the tax, but I think he wanted these guys to have 360 movement and firing. Warrior Brood getting a Barb Strangler for Things Are Going to Get Clowned Now. These guys in their default melee state at the moment for Sparkky. They do have power weapons and they can leap on you too. Like that. Knock you down. Can they get the Force Commander? Osvaldo no helping. Oh, throws up the shield. The Iron Halo's in. That's a 5-to-1 efficiency shield, so pretty good. Double tax. Decent amount of XP. They've shot dead a bunch of termagants and Hormagaunts, I guess, and now they're shooting dead some Spore Mines. Can they finish them? 456 to 440 on the VPs. Some good pressure down the east side from the Tyranids, especially since they decapped this for a bit. Gave them a little bit of a VP lead. Space Marines have the power there, though. Flame attacks. shotgun and sergeant scouts, and there's the assault squad. They'll be looking to get on those warrior brood fellas so they can't suppress the attacks, I guess. So maybe we'll see a melee Ravener to counter-initiate on him. Can get his acid splatter maybe in tier 2. 441 to 440 on the VPs. Scouts in a bad spot, but they survive thanks to a shotgun blast to suppress those warriors. And crack on bolts on those tacks. Doing 20% extra against the warrior brood, which are heavy infantry. Ravener takes to the western VP. Going for the wreck point, I think. Hormagaunts with adrenal glands. Avoiding a lot of fights here. The Space Marines, but here they are. They have to defend the power. Assault squad jumping into the back line. Straight onto the warrior brood, trying to get some synapse backlashes maybe. Oh, they're able to shoot the barbed strangler. That was surprising. Some crippling poison on the Force Commander to slow him down. Scouts run away. Tax in a bad spot maybe. Assault squad is here to help out though. Force Commander's doing what he can. These Termagants getting very low. Having to flee. Triple tap though for the Tyranids on the VPs. What's going on here? Force Commander chasing away some warriors. Lictor Alpha just sneaks away. He's got his pheromone. The pheromone cloud and adrenal glands. Warrior brood did not drop a model. Assault squad doing some good work though. Bullying the back lines as they often do in tier 1. Look at this though. Can they get a full bash? No, Force Commander's going to scare him off. And there's the other Force Commander with the Iron Halo. This guy's got Artificer Armor, just leveled to 2. Up over 1,000 hit points already. What we got here? Feeder Tendrils on the Lictor Alpha. That's a power melee weapon. Bad news for those Assault Marines. Hormagaunts on retreat path. They didn't have the adrenal glands though. Grenade. Termagants ran right into it and that's wiped them out. Those were the Raveners Termagants. Things are going to get clowned now. What's going on east side? Termagants be shooting stuff. There's lots of pressure on this power point, eh? Here comes some tier 2s. In fact, Librarian hits the field for Rutank. He's dropped his scouts along the way. Still got double tacks and now a Librarian. Can force barrier some stuff up maybe. What are these guys doing? Looking for a grenade. There it is. Kills that fella. Then they run. Smite chucked out. Got some good hits on those double Termagants. Only one of them has crippling poison. There it is. From the toxin sacks. Gets these guys in bigger trouble against the Hive Tyrant and the Hormagaunts. These are adrenal gland Hormagaunts as well. Good special though from the Librarian. Beautifully done. Messed up all the Hormagaunts there. And Osvaldo's not happy. He's got his improved synapse. 436 to 318. Now he's in a duel against the Librarian. Meanwhile, on the west side, Assault Squad level up and they jump in. Force Commander's getting a bit low. Another Force Commander alongside him. Now he runs. Okay. And the Barb Strangler Warrior Brood get a good shot here. There we go. Suppress the Tactical Marines. Force Commander gets crippled. Assault Squad do not jump the Barb Strangler fellas. They're in on the melee Warrior Brood. They're quite low. Is why. There's the Pheromone Cloud. Debuffs enemies and allows you to reinforce. The Warriors somehow didn't drop a model there. Lictor Alpha also gets away. Those guys run into a big old shotgun blast. Hormagaunts looking for the scouts, who do drop a model. And now they pile in on the Assault Squad. They can threaten Assault Marines quite nicely, the Adrenal Gland Hormagaunts, especially early on. It's a lot of models hitting you with boosted stats. Force Commander trying to do what he can, but needs to run, and they're going to take the west side, are they? Grenade? Thought about it. 397 to 318. Space Marines pushing back up the east side, stealing the power over here. Quite a lot of heresy, I think. Can't use weird Tyranid power points, fellas. Apothecary's got an axe. And there's that Librarian with his Psychic Hood. Gives him some energy regen and some health. And the awesome Gate of Infinity. 397 to 316. Power bashing. With double sacks, got their sergeants. Using their Kraken bolts for some reason. It's not going to help you against the gens, guys. Save that for the Warrior Broods. Might get all those gens down, though. So here's Sparkky looking for a big old flank. Yeah, all the gens down. I'm not sure if they're going to get the node. Tax level to 2. Apothecary is level what? Level 2 also. He needs to time the heal good here. So he's probably only going to get one of them in this fight. He does have purification rights on it as well. Those guys retreat. I think they need to heal. Nope. They get away. Judged it well. Thought they were going to drop a model there. Apothecary might need to heal himself. He does heal himself. Those attacks are left to their own devices to survive. They dropped one model. It's not too bad though. Oh, they dropped another. He dropped two tacks on that. And the Apothecary goes down. Okay. If he got away a little bit cleaner there, would have been a decent little run on the power. Probably still worth it, especially if this Apothecary can get revived. Force Commander's here with his hammer. Looks like he's going for the revive now. Resmi says Rutank. These guys want to steal this power back. West side is red for the Space Marines. And he's on the front foot. Here's DrBengunn. Here comes a Tyrant Guard though. Bad news for these Marines. This guy's got 2,500 hit points of super heavy infantry armor. So bolt gun rounds kind of just bounce off him. He's got good resistance against that kind of thing. Especially against that Flamer. You want Plasma and Melter against that guy. Down goes the Ravener Alpha, who does have his fancy Corrosive Devourer, so he didn't get a melee weapon. Tyrant Guards are really good at mincing through the Assault Squad. See the Assault Squad just avoiding that guy. Power weapons will be good against him. Thunderhammer doing some work. These guys getting Thunder and Lightning for a Melter Bomb as well. 397 to 240. Lictor Alpha busy capping while all this is going on. Special attack from the Tyrant Guard. Now he goes into Shield Wall. That gives him vehicle armor and some health regen. Assault Squad jumped into the mire. There's a lot of melee there, fellas. Hormagaunts, although they don't have Adrenal Glands. Double Hormagaunts, actually, with Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood. Giving melee synapse stuff. Who is it? These fellas? Who is it? It's these fellas. No, it's not. Where's the Adrenal Gland Warrior Brood? I can't... There they are. Grenade does not hit. Force Commander's going to get good XP with that hammer, and he's almost level. He's already halfway through level 3. Ravener Alpha back to his, I was going to say feet, but he slithers around. He's back on his tail. Level 2 Lictor Alpha. Good DPS against the Force Commanders. He's getting knocked around a bit. Librarian with those inspirations on kill. Level 2 now. Messing up the Termagants. Tyrant Guard's going to have a word with him, is he? Maybe. The Tyrant Guard can charge, which is a good way to get out of trouble most of the time. Apothecaries come over to the west side. There's a las cannon here for that Tyrant Guard, and future Carnifex is a Machine Elf all of a sudden has double Dreadnoughts. Awesome. These guys up, this one up in the northeast corner, smacking stuff away. Hormagaunts don't want to fight it. Any Venom Broods? Don't see any. Malos, the Lictor Alpha can drop Venom Broods onto the field. Oh, the Scouts just wiped. There's a big Emperor's Fist here. You guys need to run the hell away. Where's the other Dreadnought? He's just hanging out here. You don't want to fight? There we go. Space Marines take the Western VP. 2-to-1 cap. They got some VPs to make up, though. Over 200. Capillary Tower being chopped. These guys are going to get suppressed. There it is. So you got plasmas. So they both got plasmas, I think. For Rutank. Yep. Both level 3 as well. There's that charge from the Tyrant Guard. Can he kill one? There's an awkward little spin there. Couple of good hits. Misses the special attack. He tried his best. Warrior Brood. Oh, there's that Synapse Backlash. They got Power Axed there. It's got Combat Stims as well. Special attack misses. It's a good special though, that one. It's quick. There it is again. That some special attacks are like so slow you can almost dodge them. Goes after him, does a Tyrant Guard. The axe doing good damage per hit to the Tyrant Guard there. Does not want to fight the Apothecary anymore. Gets back to base. Beast Apothecary. Warrior Brood. These are still level 1, these fellas. Lictor Alpha, how are you doing? You're level 2. Force Commander's level to 4. There's tier 3 for Bengunn. Malos is in tier 3. But it's down to 2 units. Termagants and a Warrior Brood. And Machine Elf with triple Dreadnoughts. Okay then. He's got no Tech Marine allies to blessing of the Omnissiah, those fellas, but he doesn't care, it seems. These guys need anti-vehicle. Effects with the Venom Cannon, maybe. For Malos. Although, yeah, he needs to save up a bit, eh? Flesh Hook. I'll be able to get a few hits on him as well. Perhaps just one. So his Dreadnoughts are terrifying for all this stuff at the moment. 351 to 173. It's Venom Brood for Malos Vrykan. Southeast corner, one of the Dreadnoughts is here. There's a Brood Nest. Maybe a Venom Cannon Hive Tyrant. I feel like it's been ages since I've seen the Venom Cannon up on the Hive Tyrant. Used to be like relatively effective against infantry as well. But these days it's much more focused anti-vehicle. Has been for a long time now, actually. Years. Apothecary is level 5. Scares off a whole bunch of stuff. Brood the Nest goes down. And they need to bash their power back. Meanwhile, Space Marines holding west side. The 2 Dreadnoughts are a menace. So here's a Venom Brood. With those Venom Cannons, they're very good anti-vehicle, but there's only one of them. Against 3 Dreadnoughts. It's not going to cut it, is it? Tier 3 for things are going to get clowned now. Decap the VP. They are doing a good job kind of avoiding the Dreadnoughts, aren't they? And here's the Venom Brood getting some shots in them. That was like 3 volleys from a single Venom Brood. You see what they did. Gene Stealers are up for Sparkky. They're going to get messed up by the Dreadnought. Here comes a tier 3 Lictor for Malos. To sneak around and decap things. And there's the tier 3 locking in for things are going to get clowned now. He does have Corrosive Devour, which does have some anti-vehicle capabilities. With the corrosive shots. Power bashing though. Should get a full bash here. Tyrant Guard going to try and go after him. It's risky when there's a las cannon and plasma gun and stuff. Flesh Hook. Double Flesh Hooks. Can they kill him? No. Gets some good damage though. So that tier 3 Lictor has heavy melee damage. Doesn't want to fight a Dreadnought though. But he can sneak for free in terms of energy drain. He's got a Flesh Hook. He's got a Leap. He's got all sorts of cool stuff. The double Dreads. Look at the float for Rutank. You need to go tier 3, buddy. Up over 2,000 rec, 400 power. He's super hyper-focused in what he's doing, I guess. Yeah, he needs to go tier 3. He's decapping the VP here. There's that Venom Brood, but they can't do much against infantry. They got wrecked by the plasmas. Absolutely wrecked. Double level 4 attacks doing a lot of damage, and there's Amnation on No Fear. Standing up well against this melee assaults. 5 Tyrants in there. He's still level 1, this guy. Warrior Brood dropping a model. But they dropped 2 models, actually. You guys have your... No range Synapse, look. These are Sparky's Venom Broods. There are 2 on the field now. Space Marines taking the Western VP. The Tyranids have taken the natural, look. That sneaky Lictor. And there's the Ravener Alpha being sneaky with his hardened carapace. Burrowing underground. This guy's going to have a go on the Dreadnought. Warrior Brood with heavy melee weapons and the Venom Brood is there. There's 2 more Dreadnoughts lying in wait. They're able to back off. Still no Carnifexes, eh? It's more Venom Brood for Malos. And another Lictor this time for things are going to get clowned now. You can only have 1 each of these fancy Lictors. Almost suicided my attacks for that, says Rutank. He finally goes tier 3. Corrosive shots up on the Ravener Alpha. 2 of the Dreadnoughts are quite low here. He's trying to get ranged attacks in, but he keeps getting drawn into melee. That Dreadnought survives. Can he kill the Ravener Alpha? Maybe this Dreadnought can. Venom Brood getting good shots on this fella. No, Ravener Alpha gets away. Rutank might go straight into Terminators here. There's the Dreadnought. Can they get this thing down? Venom Brood have to run. Big synapse backlash. What have you got? You've got Bioplasma, really. Facing 3 Dreadnoughts. He hasn't got an anti-vehicle weapon for the Hive Tyrant yet. I guess he's been busy reinforcing stuff because he's got no wreck position. Down goes the Dreadnought. That's 1 down. Machine Elf needs to go tier 3, you would think. He's not floating yet, though. Set up defenses here, says Rutank. Not sure where here is, but... Here? Let's look after this VP. He's got a tank on the way, Rutank, okay. Some repairs going on. Here comes Sparkky, though. Ouch, big old smite. Those plasma attacks are quite nasty. G-Stealer's going in first. Taking a whole bunch of damage doing so, but they do have the adrenal gland buffs and the improved synapse buffs. Warrior Brood in on the Dreadnought. It's not a great fight for them, but they're keeping the Dreadnought in place for the Venom Brood to do their work, maybe. I don't think the Venom Brood are actually shooting him there. The Dreadnought, that is. The Terminators are in. These are Rutank's Terminators, and he's got a tank as well. Here it is. Land Raider Redeemer coming in for DrBengunn. Don't think this is going to work out here, Mr. Lictor. Still going for it. He's going to die. Down he goes. 288 to 97. Still a solid VP lead for the Tyranid fellas. What's going on west side? Tyrant Guard is still up. He's in tier 3, the Ravenant Alpha. I don't think he's got anything in tier 3 yet, though. And the plasma's hurting that Tyrant Guard quite a lot. I'm not sure if this fella's going to get away from here, because if he goes into shield wall, he gets las cannon. And without shield wall, he gets plasma'd up and power melee'd up. Down he goes. Meanwhile, Apothecary gets flesh hook. Look how more powerful the tier 3 Lictor's flesh hook is compared to the Lictor Alpha in terms of full strength. Down goes the Apothecary. Tank has pushed all the way up, eh? Here comes the Carnifex, finally, from Things Are Going to Get Clown now. Malos is maybe saving for a Swarm Lord here. They're going to get the tank. I don't know why it's this far forward, but down it goes. Terminator's having to teleport out. Angels of Death is popped by the Apothecary, granting a whole bunch of damage resistance to his infantry, and those guys get teleported out. Assault Squad is in there, Assault Squad in there, and it's a big old retreat from the Tyranids. Look at that. And an orbital. Not going to hit too much. I'm not sure why there was such a massive retreat there. Did not like that Thunderhammer, I guess. So Carnifex up for Things Are Going to Get Clown now. He's gone for Thornback. Still 2 Dreadnoughts around. And here comes a Swarm Lord for Malos Vrykan. Whatever it is. What is this? That's the Ravenant Alpha against an Apothecary. Can he get a special attack? No. Got a decap though. Ravenant Alpha still level 1. How is that possible? Land Raider Redeemer is sitting pretty on the west side. So maybe the Tyranids will try and focus on the 2 natural VPs, eh? Here's a Tyrant Guard for Sparkky. Librarian gets knocked around. Lots of inspirations on kill for the Terminators though, eh? G-Stealers are in there. It's meant to be kind of their job killing Terminators, but they're just getting shredded as they approach. 225 to 97. The Swarm Lord is not up yet. It's on his way. Another Lictor for Things Are Going to Get Clown now. There's that Carnifex. Not sure what he's up to. You're going to attack these Assault Marines, fella? Nope. These Assault Marines aren't leaving either. They're going to die. DrBengunn's forgotten about them, I think. Yep, Warrior Brood took him out. This guy gets in amongst the double tacks. We'll make short work of them. They've only got plasma guns. They can't really scratch the Carnifex very well. Transformation comes in. Decapping is the Apothecary. 225 to 91. West side is uncapped and they're not taking it, look. They're not aware of this, apparently. There's a brood nest over there. What's all that about? Doesn't give much health regen, the brood nest. There's a Swarm Lord though, eh? Super unit for Tyranids. Powerful melee combatant, and he grants a speed and reinforcement synapse, which can be amazing for a big melee swarm if you've got one, like Sparkky has. Anti-vehicle Predator tank coming in with some las cannons. Venom Broods are on it. Dreadnought survives for now. Huge pressure here from the Space Marines. Massive pressure. Swarm Lord now fighting the other Dreadnought. And that's a Power Fist Force Commander in there. He's going for Terminator armor now. He's fully kitted. Why would he do that? This Force Commander's very, very eager to kill some Tyranids. He's going to die, I think. Double cap low for the Space Marines. We now have a Terminator Force Commander. Just in your base, messing with your stuff. Guess he can teleport out. He's going to get lightning claws, apparently. Okay. Might go down. Goes down. He's got his claws. Rutank can maybe just Lariman's Blessing and get him back. Triple cap for the Space Marines. A hell of a push there. It was messy, but they got things done. The Tyranids are super pushed back. They took so long to get like monstrous creatures going. It's very odd. Getting those Venom Broods up. I mean, I guess it wasn't a terrible idea, but this Carnifex looking for a fight with some Terminators. He's getting a bit low, but happy to engage. I mean, he needs to be aggressive, I guess. This tier 3 Lictor's going for the decap. He does decap fast. That's, I imagine, some more Terminators coming in, unless it's some Stern Guard. It is indeed more Terminators. And there's an Orbital. And it's a good hit. Even Osvaldo, the Hive Tyrant, just ran into it. 94 to 91, 1-to-1 cap. This guy's trying to get the cap done. Terminator's teleporting back here. And he runs. He might have been able to finish that cap. And then jump away, maybe. But they stopped it. And now the Terminators are capping. That Carnifex did some really great work. Can he get away, though? He might need to charge out. These guys are sweeping to the west, using the speed bonus off that Swarm Lord there, as you can see. Another Carnifex where things are going to get clown. No upgrade yet. Looks like it's going to go straight to the west side. And there's the Land Raider. Doing Land Raider things with a Multi-Melter, a Twin Intersoul Cannon, and those big old Flamers. Librarian being a big pain in the arse, apparently. 1-to-1 cap. Lads Cannon's going to set up and get shots on the Swarm Lord, is it? No, where is it going? Not sure what it's up to. Here's another Carnifex, though, another Thornback. Spawning some Rippers. 89 to 91 on the VPs. Two Force Commanders are still dead over here. Gene Stealers in on the Marines. Again, they get absolutely shredded. They're going to fall, aren't they? They do fall. These guys trying to finish off the Tyrant Guard. Osvaldo's dead. GG, I guess, says Sparkky. 74 to 91. Space Marines holding on for victory. There's that Swarm Lord, though. They just seemed a little bit slow in their tech, a little bit slow in the pickup on tier 3, the old Tyranids. Maybe they didn't want to lean into the monstrous creatures too quickly and be kind of one-dimensional, but they needed a bit more muscle on the field, maybe, I think. I think a melee Ravener over here would have been a big help, because those Assault Marines were a big pain in the arse. And it's not over yet. The Tyranids have a 2-to-1 cap here. Definitely not over yet. Sparkky finally goes tier 3. Didn't even realise it was still tier 2, actually, because I'm so observant. Picking off on the west side again. Carnifex here, Swarm Lord here, Venom Brood here. Librarian's in there too. Should get some decent damage on this Land Raider. Can they take it out? Maybe. Here comes another Carnifex. Librarian retreats back to the Land Raider, and he goes down. Land Raider goes down. Venom Brood called in for the from the Lictor Alpha there. Okay. DrBengunn loses a bunch of stuff. That guy's still down. But they are on this VP, look. Hive Tyrants here. Did he bioplasma them? They capped it, look. I don't think he bioplasmed them. Double for the Space Marines. Something needs to get on this cap again. Can something get on the cap? Osvaldo's going to go down. There's the Lictor. Oh no, things are going to get clown's mouse died apparently. Oh, good time. Okay, there's the decap. Osvaldo did go down. That big pile of termagants there. 28 to 78. Tyrant Guard is going to fall, I think. There's the Leech Essence from the Swarm Lord. 1-to-1 cap. They still have this, but not for long. This guy can't stand up to Dreadnought and Terminators. Just going to go down. What about this? Still no cap. Swarm Lord taking huge amounts of punishment. Those Tacks are trying to get a cheeky cap, but surely they're going to be stopped. There's the heal. Big Purification Rites heal there. That was crazy. Level 10 Apothecary heal. Yeah, they couldn't get the cap, but very good hold-up play. These Terminators alright? Yeah, they got that teleport. These Tyranids going straight for the other VP here. There's a pile of Tyranids on this VP point. So, Lictor on the way for things are going to get clown. It's still a game. This Swarm Lord's still going. Lictor Alpha hits level 5. Terminator Force Commander's back up and the Force Commander's back up here. Look at Rutank's resources. Insane. Okay, and a decap. Here comes Osvaldo, level 4. This Carnifex trying to finish off those Terminators. If nothing else, he's keeping them back. Orbital bombardment, no. They got the decap. Down to 3 VPs, the Tyranids. What's going on over here? The Lictor Alpha's on the decap. Swarm Lord barely surviving. Does not survive. Lascanon takes him out. Single cap now for the Tyranids. But that's a big ask to hold on to 3 VPs. Big ask. Carnifex is still harassing the base with a Return formation in there. Cyclone Missile Launcher gets a good hit. Osvaldo trying to cap, that gets taken out. Some Rippers getting ripped apart. Ravenant Alpha doing some decent work, but can't take in all this. This Carnifex is still going. Level 3. But I think the Space Marines are going to get it because they're going to get their natural. And they're going to get the west side as well. Maybe a without number got called in here. There's the 2-to-1. And there's the Space Marine victory in a frantic game. Really back and forth. Tyranids gave it a hell of a go at the end. As I said, a bit slow to get their tier 3 rolling maybe. Level 2 Ravenant Alpha, level 5 Lictor Alpha, level 4 Hive Tyrant. Had that Terminator Force Commander who doesn't do levels. Switching back to his claws there. Level 10 Force Commander for Machine Elf and a level 10 Apothecary for Rutank. With huge floats on both of those players, especially Rutank. Look at that. Insanity. But there you have it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Big thanks to these players for duking it out in a faction war. That Carnifex was still going, by the way. And I'll see you guys next time.